guys, welcome back to my channel. So I'm not gonna make this video super long. For some reason, like I told you guys in a previous video, I believe that I accidentally, or either I accidentally deleted that video or it just got deleted. But the whole point is that I'm gonna just remake that video so that way I can explain to you guys like what exactly happened, because I know like some of you guys are curious to know why I left my contract and then went with a different agency and then decided to go back to my original agency with my intended parents and then get back in contract with them. So I know it's a little confusing, so before we get into this video, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you're not already. I am doing a $100 giveaway once I reach 500 subscribers on my channel. So please go ahead and subscribe if you're not already. Tell all your friends and family to subscribe as well, because my giveaways won't stop there. I will continue to do bigger giveaways, cash giveaways, and all types of giveaways the more subscribers I start gaining on my YouTube channel. So right now my goal is 500, and then after my next goal will be 1,000. So please help me reach my goal. And with that being said, let's get into this video. So but before we do, oh my gosh, you guys, just loving my hair. I just love this color. It's like I said, it's not really like the color that like I really want, but it's very, very close to it. We still have one more session, but I'm so excited so far with the results. I just love that like most of that like dark in the front is gone, and yeah, I'm just loving this. But anyway, okay, so let's rewind back to why I left my contract in the first place. Hopefully the lighting's good, because I have my mini little vanity light on, and I have like the natural light from the outside because it is starting, the sun is already going down, so it's starting to get dark. But anyway, so the reason I actually left my contract in the first place is because it had nothing to do with the IPs, it had nothing to do with the agency. It was actually the doctor at the clinic that I was going to. He was very, very rude, and just like comments that he would make just made me feel really uncomfortable. And as you guys know, we did have 2 failed transfers. We are on the way to do a 3rd transfer, so we're hoping the 3rd one does take. So the first transfer failed because well, we're assuming it's because it was a low-grade embryo, because that's what was told to us, that it was a C quality embryo. So off the bat, we already knew that it was a very slim chance that the embryo was not going to stick. So then we planned a 2nd transfer, and that quality of the embryo was an A quality, which is like the best quality of embryos. And then that that transfer ended up failing, and the embryo didn't stick. So once we got to the second part, when we did the 2nd transfer and the transfer didn't take, I got a call from the doctor at the clinic, and he basically started asking me all kinds of like really weird questions. Like I remember I was out to dinner with Jerry, and then he called and he was like, oh, did you get into a car accident? Did you slip and fall? Are you not properly taking your meds? Like he was just asking me all these like weird questions, and I was like, well, if I got into a car accident, I think you guys would have found out about that. And if I slipped and fell, I'm pretty sure you guys would have found out about that, because I would have told you guys. Like, so obviously, no, I am properly taking my meds. I'm like, I'm an experienced surrogate. I'm like, it's not my first time being a surrogate, so of course I know when not to take my meds and how to properly take my meds and this and that, right? So anyway, we got into like that whole conversation, and yeah, just the tone of his voice and just how he was like pretty much blaming me for the embryo not sticking. Like he was pretty much like, oh well, I'm just trying to figure out why. Anyway, yeah, so he pretty much just blamed me for the embryo not sticking, and it was like annoying. It was like annoying and stressful, because I felt that was very unprofessional on his part, and unprofessional and disrespectful toward me, because I'm like, I'm not a first-time surrogate. Like I've done this before, and you're pretty much blaming me for the embryo not sticking. I don't think that's right. And I brought this up to my coordinator, I brought this up to my agency, and they apologized on his behalf. And my coordinator just pretty much said, well, you know, just he's an old Asian man, and you know, he's set in his ways. He's like, I'm sorry that this happened, but just kind of like ignore it, you know. And it was just to the point where I'm just like, I did not feel comfortable staying with that clinic, because unfortunately my IPs were like with that clinic. So in order for me to like be done with that clinic, I had to pretty much get out of contract and try to get rematched with new parents. And it had nothing to do with the IPs. Like I said, like my IM is very, very sweet. It's just I did not want to be with that clinic, because that was the only doctor at that IVF clinic that does the embryo transfers. There's other doctors, but he's the only one that actually does the embryo transfers. And I just didn't feel comfortable him trying to blame me. I'm like, what if we do another transfer and it doesn't stick for whatever reason, and then he blames me again? I was like, I don't think that's right. Like that's pretty messed up. Like, don't you think I'm pretty hurt and sad that the embryo didn't stick? Like, I want the embryo to stick. I'm trying to give my IPs their baby, and you're like making me feel bad as a surrogate, trying, like, pretty much telling me that it's your fault that it didn't stick. Oh yeah, okay, so let me go back to where, because I had lost my train of thought because my kids were coming in and out of the room. But he was pretty much like, oh, okay, so when he was on the phone with me and he was like telling me, did you slip and fall? Did you have an accident? Did you get into a car accident? All this stuff. And he's like, well, I'm just trying to figure out why the embryo didn't stick. And I was like, well, that's what I'm trying to figure out, and you're the doctor, so I was hoping you would know that answer, because you're the doctor, I'm not. And he's like, well, it's a quality A embryo, so it should have stuck. Like, with attitude. And I was just like, yeah, but obviously it didn't, so something went wrong, so what now, you know? And he's like, well, I just have to let the IPs know. I'm just gonna let your IPs know that the embryo didn't stick, and then we'll just take it from there. So then, you know, I got off the phone call, and like I said, I already contacted my coordinator and my agency about what happened. Long story short, I ended up just getting out of contract. I just didn't want to deal with that clinic anymore, with that doctor. So I ended up getting out of contract. I ended up going to another agency. I wasn't in contract with them yet, but I did go to another agency, and we were already kind of getting the process started. Like, I had already did blood work and urine, and I was already getting in the process of getting rematched with new parents. So then my coordinator from my previous agency contacted me and told me, hey, you know, your IPs really, really want you back as their surrogate. They've already invested so much time into you. We already did the biopsy, so they have a date when we could do the next transfer. And we're hoping that the transfer takes, because we did do the biopsy, so we know when you're most fertile and this and that, right? So then I was like, oh shoot, right? I was like, oh my god, I was like, I'm already like trying to get rematched with like new parents with this other agency. What am I gonna do? Like, I felt stuck. I didn't know, like, okay, should I just like not go with them and just stay where I'm at, or should I just tell the new agency never mind and just go back to my other agency? I was really confused. I didn't know what to do. So I was like, can you give me like a day or two to think about it? And they're like, yeah, that's fine. If you could think about it as soon as you can and just get back to us. So then I started thinking about it, and I talked to Jerry, and I was like, what should we do? And he's like, well, you know, you did the IPs did invest a lot of time into you. I mean, this process has been since like September of 2020, so this has been a long like process that I've been in, and mostly it's been such a long journey, you guys. It usually doesn't take this long, but because of everything with COVID, it kind of prolonged the whole process of starting my journey. So like I said, it's been a really long journey, and we're barely going to be doing a third transfer, so you know what I mean? It's just been really, really long. So pretty much what happened was I ended up just telling the other agency, never mind, I'm going to go back with my other agency, and left it at that. Ended up going back with my other agency, contacted my attorney, got like redid the contract. Well, not really redid it, but just kind of like went over it. Like we didn't really have to like sign a whole thing. They actually were able to pull up the old one and then just kind of like revise the old one. And yeah, and then it was pretty much, it was like within like a day or two, it was like everything was good. I was back in contract. And yeah, so then that's pretty much it. So pretty much we're planning for the third transfer. We're hoping that the next transfer does take. Fingers crossed. Send me your sticky thoughts and all your positive vibes and your positive thoughts and everything. But yeah, so that's pretty much the reason, explaining why I ended up getting out of contract and then going with another agency and then getting back in contract and all that. So that's pretty much it, you guys. So that's the reason explaining why I got out of contract and back in contract and went with a different agency. I just decided to go back with my original agency. But yeah, so hopefully this explained why you know, I left contract and got back with contract and this and that. So anyway, so we're pretty much planning for the next transfer. So like I said, I'm excited, I'm really nervous. Hopefully everything goes good. And yeah, so pretty much so that's pretty much it for this video. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you're not already. And also please share this video if you are thinking about being a surrogate, or if you guys are surrogates. Follow me on all my social medias. I always have them linked down below. And also to I do want to do a giveaway for surrogates. Like, I do want to do a giveaway for surrogates only. I tried doing this giveaway in the past, but like no one entered in the giveaway, so I really couldn't do it. But hopefully I do have new subscribers that are surrogates or thinking about being surrogates or planning to be a surrogate. Let me know if you guys are surrogates down below in the comments, so that way I know how many surrogates I do have following me. And yeah, and then if you guys want, I will be doing that giveaway. It's pretty much like a bunch of cute little items. It's like this like belly butter for your belly, so like you don't get stretch marks. And then it has like this aromatherapy, like mint scented, like for like nausea. So it has that. It has a pair of socks. It has a transfer shirt. It has an ice pack, a cute little pineapple ice pack. It has I think a little meds bag too, and I forgot what else, but yeah, it's like a whole little package. It's so freaking cute. But anyway, yeah, if you guys are surrogates and if you're interested in me doing that giveaway, please comment down below and then I'll go ahead and do that. But that's gonna be for this video, so we'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.